Well, certainly want to welcome everybody here. This is, you think of milestones in life for a business, for a person, for Christy and I remember talking to my wife and saying, we want to invest in a building and do things like that. And, I think it really is the right thing to do. And yesterday when I was talking to the reporters and the Business Journal and the IBC and etc., they kept asking me, why Lawrence? Why are you not downtown? And I said, have you ever paid to park downtown? Do you know what that's like? For that, I said, and I asked the reporter from the IBJ, who I talked to for probably 40 minutes, I said, have you ever been out to the Fort Harrison State Park? I said, it's going to be about 2.5 minutes walk from our office, that every one of our employees can go enjoy that at any time. And I think, 10 years from now, a lot of people are going to be saying, as they look at this become a village, and you can walk to restaurants and shops, to the park, and maybe to people's homes and stuff like that, they're going to say, how did you have the foresight to pick this spot here? At least I hope that's what they say before it's said and done. So it's going to really be neat to watch that unfold. One of the other things that's been the most rewarding for this was when we were starting the business, we decided to do something a little bit differently. And this was quite at odds with a lot of investors and a lot of people's thinking of building a business for the long term. And I know all the employees at Bloomerang have heard me say this, but we really wanted something that was not being built to be sold in a few years in order to make investors happy. So fortunately, I've got several of my investors here, Tim Lawson back here, and Todd Katz, and some other folks, and some of the members of the board here that were there, and they bought into the concept that you can build a business for long term. And I know it's thinking rather big, but what if Eli Lilly had decided that he could go sell his business in 5 years to make investors happy? Where would this city be without something like that? And what made it really come to mind in my own thinking so often was after these companies are sold, within 2 or 3 years, a lot of times it's a ghost town where that business used to be, and all the real movers and shakers are gone. I thought we could build a business based upon producing real profits and producing dividends and stuff for that. And thankfully, I had about 20 people that really bought into that concept and helped make this happen. Now, the other people I got to thank, I don't want to miss anybody, so I'm going to pull the list out here for that because there's really a lot of folks that made this project come to life. First of all, is Freddie Burris here? Where's Freddie? Back here. Yeah, Freddie? Okay. Freddie would be out walking around here, and I'd be walking around, and I say, Freddie, I would like to keep my business here, but I need your help. And Freddie kept saying, come to me, we'll figure out a way to help you. And we had those early conversations. We almost ended up in the building right behind us here for that, but he really made that come to life. And then the other members, many of them are sitting here, of course, of the Reuse Authority Board. I cannot say enough about their vision for the future here. And when you sit down and talk with these ladies and gentlemen, and I'll name them by name here in a minute, you can really see that vision coming to life. And these folks really came together. And if you don't mind, I'm going to have you stand. Ed Tracy, over there, for that. Jeff Congdon, Russell Brown, Marcy Reddy, and Jerry Clifford. I want to give them a round of applause. A lot of people do a lot of lip service, but a lot of times people don't put their money where their mouth is on that, and they really made that happen for us and made this project come to life. And it was so much fun to go through the process. But of course, it was as much as easy to get the permits as it was to go through the other process. They made it happen for us. Yeah, Sally worked really hard. Mayor Jessup, his vision of making sure that we stay here. And I know my wife's originally from Montreal, like me, at this too, and it's been so much fun to see that come to life. I don't think Kim Reeves is here, but the folks in the Reeves Authority will know who I'm talking about. But Kim is with Browning Investments, and every time I was about to walk away or say that this is not going to work and I get frustrated, and Christy can attest to that, I get frustrated pretty easy. I don't have a lot of patience. And Kim would call me up and calm me down and say, we can make this work, just stick with it. I also want to mention Tim Cook. Tim couldn't be here, but Tim's with Pat Sapper and Miller, and the folks from the Reeves Authority can agree. He helped us put the whole package together. Every time you needed to have all of the details and all of the plans and spreadsheets and stuff, he made that. And the one thing Tim did, he always said, let's dream just a little bit bigger than what you're thinking about it, and he really made that come to life for that. I want to introduce another person to help make this happen. It's Kevin Sweet. He's one of my financial advisors, and he really got behind the project too and said we could make this work. Tim Oakes from Ice Miller, who helped us get all of the zoning permits. He's not here. Sally, who worked very closely with Tim and all to make that happen. It was great. I'm going to introduce Joel to wrap things up in a minute, but Joel Fritz, Joe, can you raise your hand there? Joe's our builder that, as I interviewed different builders, there was just something special about how he did things. I don't know, maybe it was the Christmas cookies he brought to me, or whatever, and I literally, over 3 or 4 weekends, we probably looked at, what, 15 or 20 of your buildings, and every time I went in, the owners of the buildings all said the same thing. Don't go with anybody else because to make this happen. He'll do the project on time and within budget and really make that happen for that